I made a new friend today named Sage. We met randomly at the park. He greeted, "Hi," and I asked, "How are you doing?" He said, "You don't want to know." I was like, "Why not?" He responded with a smile. When people ask that question, they don't expect you to say anything but good. Any response but good throws them off, and they won't like you because you put them on the spot they don't want to be. "Why is that?" I questioned. He said, "Well, they're not asking because they care. They are just checking the box. And they expect you to check the box along and say just fine, so everyone can keep moving. Anything otherwise forces them to do what they really don't want to do, to pause, to listen, to think, and who knows, maybe look you in the eyes and in the shadows see the picture of themselves they are working so hard and running so fast to escape." Wow, was all I could mutter under my breath. "You want to prove me wrong?" he prodded. I looked the man in the eye. He was daring, unflinching, and something else I could read, which got me curious. I didn't come to the park for this. In fact, nobody goes to the park for anything serious. But if this is a bait, I'll bite it. "How can I prove you wrong?" I asked. And the man bellowed out this laughter that roiled all the way from his belly, turning into a jolly sound as he broke the surface. "Do you really want to know how I'm doing?" he posed, a gutsy question that sounded more like an adventure to me. "Sure," I responded. "Take a seat," he offered, but I declined. "I've been sitting all day. I came here to stretch my legs." "Do you walk around here?" he questioned. Caution rang the bell in my head. I smiled but said nothing. He nodded. Everyone is afraid of everyone. Everyone is afraid of something. And everyone is afraid to tell their story. Everyone except me. "Your story?" I wondered aloud. "I thought you were going to tell me how you were doing." "How I am doing is interlaced with my story," he chimed. "How about I give you the story and you figure out how I am doing?" I didn't plan for that, but I got a few minutes to kill, so I'll take what I can, I concluded. "Sure, shoot," I encouraged him. My life has been a long and lonely journey, riddled with hardship. I grew up with dreams, dreams of what I would be and places I'd visit, dreams of how I'll travel through life and all I'd accomplish. I wasn't just a dreamer, I was equally a hard worker. I believed that if I worked hard enough, I would live those dreams. Maybe not when and how I'd hoped, but I'd get there nonetheless, one after the other. I started out full of courage, but as you can see, life happened year after year, and one after the other, my giant dreams crumbled. I hung on to hope, but as the clock ticked, day after day, even that hope began to desert, and whatever was left of those dreams went with fading expectations. Sometimes I saw what seemed like a glimmer in the tunnel calling from afar. I'd muster frazzled courage and pursue what I could, only to realize as I got closer, the glimmer drifted even farther. As the sun of my life began to set, I grew weary of pursuing a mirage, and my dreams turned to shadows, trailing ever close behind everywhere I went. How hard I tried to get away from them, as fast and as far as my legs could carry me. But those dreams were merciless hunters, stalking everywhere I went. They never said a word, but their presence mocked and tormented. Believe me, I tried. I tried everything I could to leave them, but never got the chance. Still, they were relentless in their pursuit, and their silence was choking whatever was left of my sanity. That was until a couple of years ago. I had had enough of those haunting dreams, so to this park I came. I dug deep and hard, though it be the last hard work I'll do. I bury the dreams of that boy for good. That time is past, the days are gone, the dream is dead. That life passed me by while I was hoping that hard work will get me there. There's no good looking back, so I'm facing forward, and I want nothing and no one hunting me no more, or keeping me glancing or glaring behind. That day, I embraced the man that I have become. He may not be the man I had hoped for, but now he's my man. No longer will I shame or belittle him for being a failure or falling short. I welcomed that man that day as my friend and made peace with him. Since that funeral, my dreams are new with different flavors. I don't ask too much from life, except that he will let that man be my friend until my time here is served. He turned to me with surprise in his eyes and said, "Oh, you sat down." I didn't know if that was a comment, a question, or a compliment, so I let it slide. "Tell me about the woman you became. Was it the woman you dreamed? If yes, are you happy with this woman that you are? And if it's not the woman you dreamed, have you forgiven the girl that tried and failed so you can become friends with the woman you are now?" The world tells us to make peace with everyone, but how can we make peace with others when we have not made peace with who we are? You can't give the world or anyone out there something you have not allowed you to enjoy. How can the women and the men that we became thrive when the girls and the boys that tried their best are still haunted by failed dreams and strangled hopes? That's why I come to the park, to pay respect at the grave of the boy I buried and his dreams that died, so I can come to terms and learn to love and to leave the man that I am today, ready to become the man I need to be in order to meet tomorrow squarely as it comes. Our generation is left behind because everywhere you look are boys and girls in bodies of men and women, lugging the burdens of dead dreams, afraid of tomorrow because they are out of touch with who they are today. Thanks for asking how I am doing and for listening. I believe you can make peace with all of you, past, present, and future, no matter what has gone above and under the bridge. Hope you can say goodbye to the person you dreamed and never became. I wish you friendship with the person that you are today. And I pray that you will enjoy the person you embrace every single day you wake up for the rest of your days. I went to the park today for a quick break, but I made a lifelong friend who gave me 3 keys to a happy life. 1. Let go of who you dreamed to be and couldn't become. 2. Make peace with the you that tried and couldn't live those dreams. 3. Make friends with who you are right now, right where you are. You can tackle whatever tomorrow takes or brings and embrace who you are becoming when you are best friends with who you are. Feel free to comment below and to share this with family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the button so you're notified every Monday as I share life lessons from Sage, my friend.